Hey guys, it's India and this is my transition video. But first I would like to start by answering the question that we asked you guys in our last video. Name 3 positive things about your hair, or 3 things that you love about your hair. And I absolutely, for one, I love how thick my hair is. I love that it's full and thick. Another thing I love about my hair is that it's versatile. I can wear it curly. I could wear a nice twist out. I could also rock an afro. And last but not least, I love that it's unique, and that goes for all of us. No one has hair like this, and it's so beautiful. And I'm so glad that I made the decision to transition and give my hair a chance. And as you can see from these clips, I absolutely love blowouts. I don't do them often because I don't want to put too much heat in my hair, even though I only use a low to medium setting whenever I do blowouts. But this is my favorite part about doing my natural hairs. Whenever I do a blowout, how big it is and how bouncy it is. And yes, as you can tell, whenever I do blowouts, I'm kind of feeling myself in the mirror looking at my big hair. But yeah guys, continue to give me feedback on things you love about your hair. The situation with my last perm is kind of complicated because I had 2 perms within a short time span. The last perm I had on my entire head was June 25th or 26th, something like that, 2008. And then I had a perm in August because I was getting some straight weave put in, and I didn't want to have, you know, some kinky edges with the straight weave. So I permed the very front of my hair because I had some of the front out. I permed the back because I wanted to wear it in a ponytail, and I permed my edges. And that's when I got that really bad chemical burn. And I decided to transition in September after that chemical burn. I had pus coming off the side of my head. It was like my edges were burned really bad. So I asked myself the question, why do I perm my hair in the first place? So I decided to transition officially September 2008. And here's a picture, one of the last pictures of my hair relaxed. It was after a haircut the very beginning of August, before I got the straight weave, and I wore my bangs out with the really straight weave. My original plan was to transition for 1 year, but my transition lasted from September 2008 to February 2009. But during that amount of time, I did wear a variety of transition styles, starting with a sew-in that my mother did for me with some very cheap weave. The weave was only $10 a bag. I wanted to have a natural look, so I picked up a bag of curly weave that was only like $10, and it worked out. So I wore that for about 2.5 months. And then I moved on to something that I already knew, which were roller sets with the jumbo rollers. And I would lightly press, after I took the rollers out, I would lightly press my hair. I'll pretty much take the flat iron and go over it to kind of loosen up the curls a little, and then I would wrap it from there on, and I absolutely love those. I experimented with Bantu knots twice. This was a great way of getting a curl without using any heat, so I was protecting my new growth. My favorite transition style had to be the twist out roller set with perm rods, the perm rods I took from Carmen. This style looked the most natural to me, and it hid the new growth perfectly. This was actually the first video I did for YouTube on my YouTube channel, and it's actually one of the most popular ones I have on my Shantae One page. So if you would like a tutorial for this style, I will post the link in the info box for you. But this was my favorite transition style. And the other styles I wore were pretty much basic. Like I would pull it back in a bun, or I would slap a hat on it one day if I was feeling lazy. The more I found out about natural hair, it seemed the more obsessed I became. I mean, I was like addicted to YouTube videos and websites at one point. And I started to snap pictures of my new growth because I was so curious. But it was actually one of the best things about my transition was documenting my new growth and just thinking about what my hair would look like once I did do the big chop. So if any of you out there are transitioning, I would suggest that you grab a piece of paper towel and put it up against your hair and snap pictures of it, because I enjoy looking at these pictures now because I was so curious. One thing I noticed as my hair grew out and as my curl pattern formed was that my hair looked different in certain parts of my head. It was looser in the front, tighter on the sides, and doing something crazy in the middle. And I was like, what's going on? But eventually I learned that most of us do have more than one curl pattern in our heads, and I was absolutely fascinated by that. And that concludes my transition video, but please stay tuned for Tony and Carmen's transition video along with a few of our other natural friends.